at least based on report we are yehu. Charles Abekan say wa Charles Bissue akwa ba na pom to den.
Brother Mpoto obi me jodo na wa say.
Nyame na adom bibia bogo na ewo krom ha na yetu kwan.
That mo Ghana ya mo akra.
Ewo Ghana ha yara yete won ka ache kakra.
For Chelsea.
Messi yete won ka ache kakra.
Me sure.
Minyim there in the wake of the allegations against you through Anas investigative piece, no?
Yeah.
The interministerial committee now we are on secretary, no? A refer case to the police CID for investigations.
Yeah.
Were you called before the police CID? Okay,
but that's me check you know, I know Mr. Pass died on the 1st of March. On that some scene, I'm in no quarrel. But sometimes in say in no corner and pro. My own day in Gassan for Fujukum work can simply but or Markum's name there. Menyashi, Maman and a motion. So, but I sometimes I have interview a messy. Now, open young couponusu and Asa Suban, Yamishra. The one some number take a and also the same ammunition and assassin or my yummy a corner for the choice. And see, let me know, but sometimes in Abuta, Utunqua, and see, let me to all coding in I say, but you said the question.
Yeah. In the what tone suffer, CID tone suffer.
Yeah, 1st of March, yes, 1st of March now, more resigning. I think that was a Friday, yes. And see, some year get them so, Mesa or Codon, Malam step aside now, painful washishum. 15th of March, on the meeting part, because I can, your season, because your season will go to the city and careful on the 15th of March. The back them story now.
Yeah.
And yeah. Into 15th of March, in Crow, police headquarters. Melville my way investigation for phobia and yes, I appeared before them. I think April was the report, my lawyer Trohan, and I was reported by the Mingy Pibia, Mingy Bright BPR, and I've some no miss what to know that several what would about Papu Bono. Sometimes I damn on the piano or casa, and President Oshamin in your from presidential staff and so. Now I imagine there was some woman in tea. Big your obobo man, another working on you there, Aiden, a man painful was what. And tea, Obandam no, Mancasa, because but catch your there will be more away at sometimes women been on me one book on Mr. On Chede, I don't want to do me too, but in there, Nanya Coupon or Bra. What you know, was a sort of and so in Bruma, 2 million I don't know, Brazil. And she said, and then I just assumed there would be my side in the end and say, Macapromo Macasea, the Bunda fee, one no work on no Iden, would be a hide. Sometimes why you made them imagining me, I don't know to say. But when you Yankupon not 2 years, men almost a piano or cardoon, I don't know. As some do obi or when Marco police thing question some police are police are some.
Yeah, the other thing I'm putting Busane there because I confirmed there at least all lawyers after they appear before the police CID, you know. Subsequently, all lawyers at trauma police CID so here copy of our final report, no.
Exactly.
After more investigations, and that copy, you know, was sent to you in April 2019. You mean?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was over 2 years ago.
Okay.
And to the American, I mean, the party, and now up a bed, on the workers will be from this and also Albo Francis who say charm business. Yes, that was a gentleman, being here tomorrow. Professor from Bomb Watson, no new man, but friendly for watching, we introducing the geologist, meaning here tomorrow. And our brand channel, the piano will be for us from Pramako Broad Day, Namsa. So I learned it on the job because it's a year to be made a PhD or Bristol University for this Juvenile American. Into number year, one as an American PhD, I had to change it after 6 months, more proposal, so that what we're doing in Ghana, no a novelty. Into Mr. Che, now Mr. Kayon. Into Abrantiano, we didn't, I'm catching pain for that. Abranti Morian. mempe work kumasa aboso na pa 6 not wo na nkrofo kita envelope na no I'm so say we obi e bia na enyim watakra de kakra
yeah
anti after 3 or 4 months I'm da home to catch them on bohobio ono na chairman wuntu mu suma andi don fa hadum bra na mfanka ma minim de marriage organizer Abdul Ganiu na ofo bizechi na ipa kunbo video the scan so audition no nye mo friend then oye ofi gentleman ofi wuntumi hold the mfanka ma Abdul Ganiu because you program on the 4th of January but scan by around 19th it's about the actual video na them impede makasa people because them impede special prosecutors we use but this is also 2 years no I check back there Martin Amidu, former special prosecutor, about the major case, also issue case, and there's an issue of an identity thing or whatever. Them can hand over, but I mean, baby, all contain them the tour. But one and orange bribe or gun or the phone but to loudspeaker. No better the coipi could. But on the night, you're booked for a bar or gun high, you be did not also. And not too no soon painful way investigation. Some what I have to protect the image of a party and Abana President Shaman Modern count. No identity.
Yeah, because Omahine Kasano, after he's had the benefit of reading the report, which CID report, no, and he makes the point say or no a suspected frame up. Say you were set up in all of this. Also about to that same conclusion, Anna.
Yes. I know. I will be 20,000 Ghana cedis. Na Sabu, you man of man paying Shabansan. Na me you pay Pia, as I say. Wait a minute, and I pay for Pia Ban. But Nam Bissue MPP and this away the management, and I know them. As I say. Obitumba discussion to maybe and then go now he know could to bring them skin Mr. Darby and I know people wait a minute and said Odum Ribia on them could on your time behind if you can say if you are minute or sacrifice them not and be and so be it Elma Mitchell but why you're in there through that no Obiza question the man being a heart attack again mammy the fumo as I say Odum no idea me change it no mammy now, but no phone, because we've been more friend. One way, maybe a friend or threaten my mommy. I had to change a phone. And Kakanka, young coupon of Archon Saffron, yes. Or you know, day for so be soon mammy to 95 and number.
Yeah.
Or be soon mammy to 100. And in law, will be your friend causation. Say, when you had attack and take your tour. And see, more crodon, I mean, some it was a frame up, my 2 pianiska there. Because I don't know, maybe 20,000 John on Mancasa, you told me that you go to the one. Morocco, I have every document. As I told you, we've never hack me, I have an external hard drive. People in Ghana, I did that breach. As I said, there's been so many things. Assassination plot, and I'm telling you, Obi. As I said, and see, I don't know a frame up. And the gentleman, Nankasa, will introduce you, Peno. By this time, no, I don't. Oba Pacho. Since then, Lubian Senanka. Let's say I was all private or jobbing. And in this, the governor was the chairman, but thing I know there. Yeah, Obi, some not also. It's a time over, and I am a pede Macasipi.
Yeah, because we are not may share. Okay, you know, I've been going through the police CID report, and I don't know, sir. Ubetima confirm the report we have here, no, one Superintendent Ebenezer Nketia and an Ensashas here. Is that the same with what you have?
Yes, one no, yes.
Okay. Okay. And so what's police for no terms of reference relative to investigations? Now Moka said, and this is me reading from I say on the receipt of the petition, the police set off to determine the following: 1, whether or not IMCIM, that's the Interministerial Committee Against Illegal Mining staff, and others have circumvented any of the procedures to enable ORR Resource Enterprise to obtain a mining license. B, whether or not Mr. Charles Bissue and others in the documentary could influence the system to enable ORR Resource Enterprise take undue advantage to obtain the mining license. C, whether or not ORR Resource Enterprise is mining illegally as portrayed by the documentary. And D, to determine whether or not any of the aforementioned in A and B constitute a criminal offense under Section 239 and or 252 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act, and for possible prosecution. And police talk to Kase. On 13th March 2019, the CID requested City TV that aired the documentary to furnish it with a copy of the video. On 14th March 2019, City TV provided police a copy of the said documentary to assist in our investigations. A letter was written to the Registrar General's Department to ascertain whether or not ORR Resource Enterprise is registered. The letter also requested for the names and addresses of their directors and the nature of their business. Please further send letters to the Minerals Commission and the Environmental Protection Agency to ascertain whether or not ORR Resource Enterprise has a mining license, a mining permit, and environmental permit respectively. Separate letters of invitation were sent to Mr. Bernard Enchibo Esiakon, aka Chairman Wontumi, NPP Chairman Ashanti Region, and Mr. Francis Owusu Achao to report at the CID headquarters to assist in the investigations. And it goes on and on and on. Now, a science etre nkofua a bar before the committee for the investigation. The account said during investigation, the underlisted suspect were invited and subsequently arrested to assist in investigation. They were all made to watch the documentary by Tiger IPI on Galamsey fraud. Subsequently, investigation caution statement was obtained from them on separate dates. And your name is here, and the Owusu Inspector, Kennedy Frempong Inspector, Matthew Ano, Corporal Bafuewa, Nicholas Dakwa, Samson Bimpong, Obedosai Boache, Apia Hene, Opon Jimmy, and all of those names. And they go further to explain Obiaba before them, no statement. I would show any BB. Everything is here in this report. And after our investigations, no, let me see. Inti Ebawaha from paragraph 36 aircono or say result of police investigations. And a bit detailed. This other part, no, let me see. The summary of police investigations, Ewaha, and I want to read going forward, the conclusion. Good. Or say, from the investigation conducted so far, and based on the evidence available to the CID, it is concluded as follows. A, none of the suspects in the case, including suspect Charles Bissue, was found to have circumvented the laid down procedures of the Interministerial Committee in favor of ORR Resource Enterprise. And B, or say, suspects Nicholas Dakwa and Bafuewa, Samson Bimpong are personnel attached to the IMCIM. These personnel have no authority to deploy any member of the service to provide security for any mining company. Suspect Apia Hene is also not privy to the movement of the task force to enable him give a tip-off to ORR Resource Enterprise. C. Nekase, Inspectors Kennedy Frempong and Matthew Ano are stationed at VIPPU and not connected to the IMCIM as the documentary portrays. They only perform duties assigned them by their commander. They are therefore not in a position to provide security for a mining company. Suspect Obed Osei Boache is a small-scale miner who is not connected to IMCIM, contrary to what the documentary portrays. He was not found to have influenced any decision of the IMCIM. Nekase, all the suspects denied the allegation of bribery. It was observed that the documentary which was aired is not a true reflection of what transpired between these suspects and the said Yao Ben of ORR Resource Enterprise. F. Investigation has further revealed that no mining activities have taken place at the site of ORR Resource Enterprise, which is located at Dewusaso in the Amansia South District in the Ashanti region, contrary to what is portrayed by the documentary. G. The allegation of galamsey fraud and bribery as portrayed by the documentary have therefore not been substantiated to establish the alleged offences against the 9 suspects listed in paragraph 23 of this document. And comments, police for the other comment, at the time of compiling this report, the CEO of Tiger IPI, Anas Arimia Anas, had failed to report to the police to assist in our investigations. He also has not provided the unedited footage of the documentary to the police. Moreover, the key witness in the case, Yao Ben, is not available to assist in the investigations to substantiate the claims of bribery against the respective suspects. Strenuous efforts were made to contact him on his known telephone number, but the number was always off. And I'll say, the CEO of Tiger IPR, Anas Arimia Anas, via telephone indicated that he is not prepared to cooperate with the police because he had failed. He had filed a petition with the Office of the Special Prosecutor, respectfully submitted for further action. Ebenezer Nketia and Anensa Eshe report we as here. And there are other very interesting parts about names. Chairman Wuntumi and Yowusu, your friend say Usu Acha, and all of those guys, no, in summer police were finding about them in Ewa. But so say another complaint or special prosecutor. Have you gone there?
I went there in April, I think April 24, 2019. So that's over 2 years. I don't know.
In a house, then.
Oh, a house video, no. Nah, me in some nano, nah. I think, gentleman, so Francis, or soon so baho. No. See, but the video nam on Obi wasn't any different from that Obiashe, no. And I asked Wamba on to Mamba in terms of committee video. Because Obiaro Jumo, even during the time of Benton, I think I'm the one general say more. One way Jumo for Memo won't call Padu, you it's do your more lunch and Sunny Ibra coffee. So that Obian to compromise Obia. Now I'm doing him because I mean system the British system, the minimum the way I'm meaning pay at that. And it's a do lunch or employ pardon. It's a nice one, but Francis and also small be. Then young could be a bridge. Then in no company. Now, one from Bay and the Mazin. And the guy, I think tax identification number not been but not a fake. The system cuts it. As ID card or the bail, voter ID card, no sooner on your papa. We caught it. It is a yard bribe, I bet you check them the winner. And then the Bissue committee, your mandate was not to issue licenses. For Chatasa.
Yes.
Then, no, our mandate was to coordinate the relevant agencies. Atasa, the Ubiabe, because your Ben the Bissue committee was formed so that Oboshe na you streamline in Zamaye. It is a Ebane Beji Bibopa, or there could be an echo Bibia. The gentleman video number share, it was nothing different. Yeah? The next day in Osanabe, no, the 5,000 division in Sim. That day, no more school of Bristol. Number for Emirates. And see, and you also bear Nam Kadonki, Bidia man. The guy, I mean, my Miss Wong has a man, and you realize on the phone, the bonum phone without to speaker. Nam Swan, you day man, when you day man. The next day when I came, he was sitting there. That's why I saw Mokro special prosecutor, Mushet video. Nams, oh, and not to worry, because maybe not so. And he was introduced as a party boy. But Andy, why no, Francis, and I do more order. If the party and I do be the way BB mana, you could have called me because my new uncle. All I said was that you want a geologist and a BB because on a geologist, you want to know where you are. And I saw a Otumbe laptop from Brahma Forest. And a Juan Forest be already to go to Obiatamasa.
Yeah.
And so I will not allow you to do that. And see, Oban them no boy no about but no way you want to enter. There's a girl in the office called Dorothy. I'm saying Dorothy, no so no are you man? It's a video na question no or to our charm to 15 minutes or shada maba. Na camera no bono. It's Oban no must 1 year Juman no Dorothy sorry not boss or so I'm okay. So I went as I was about to leave. No, Chairman went to me so on cancer mention. na me so office no bia won yen no so private matter na on the video no say get the machines na kwase mfa na me say aba machines because imagine need the mazin no do it's also a kono no the 5,000 she said someone said something for the boys and that money I gave it to the accountant in the office my man accountant 10,000 because when there were a party boys ba is in school fees they know scan amount and there are a lot of people are if they are mutual school fees and so about so called gentleman okay 1,500 that was what it was as I said in the obi asam no one I have my phone I mean peda makase bi pede no kwana o unfold e o mama chana no bia na opiara o shama roba bibia no which is all but only the money anum na maponcho they bia me don kache bi bi dem na ona ma me do na bia mama me wa hwe no that's all I would say.
There is one bit here under summary of police investigations no what are they all the suspects mentioned above were alleged to have engaged themselves as facilitators to circumvent lay down procedures of the IMCIM for ORR Resource Enterprise to get protection to mine illegally per the documentary of Tiger IPI on Galamsey fraud. However, investigations revealed as follows. A. In the case of suspect Charles Bissue, secretary to the IMCIM, he is alleged to have aided ORR Resource Enterprise to avoid the roadmap of the IMCIM to mine illegally. In the documentary, he was figured to have aided ORR Resource Enterprise to acquire a sticker through dubious means after receiving unspecified amount of money as bribe. Investigations have established that Mr. Bernard Enchibo Esiakon, aka Chairman Wontumi, Ashanti Regional Chairman NPP, delivered on his promise to support the party activities in the Western region. He sent suspect Andy Owusu to deliver the said amount, and same was delivered by suspect Andy Owusu and Yao Ben on 2 occasions. Charles Bissue did not, on his own, circumvent the process. No process was actually found to have been circumvented. This is the part relating to you. And
but
when
read Francis and so.
Francis,
gentleman not in the bay, no you more than move you on.
Oh, okay.
But we read the nationalism.
Okay.
He worked with me and I got rid of him because me in Kokumasa golden trip. I was sorry, I passed stone crop or the envelopes but we wait up. Onye Juma president
no, but the point
you know build them paying for P when you the me. One way introduce by them you know Juman. Up to no one frame na boy point on there. Mama tell us we are Hindi akasa or driving yeah also but on ya can some about some never can.
No, but the point there in all of this, no. What has he done? On why then? Oh yeah, boy, Francis Owusu on why then?
Oh no, the gentleman no about video in the bay. And I think the police have a CCTV footage of him and the boy speaking we show Holiday Inn. But all you no report or catch on the Davi on you boy na ni be America. Na ni no friend the boy no it's a dank so share boy no life that. So in share boy no life that no so on beden on the ocean mining concession manner as in bay. And you know what Ben should wound there, a human way, no, all we were doing was vetting. The bonnet video and Maccabi the one fast track BB man. Now, you know there was a ban for 2 years. And in law, there's something called economic restitution, right? Into Piara, it's a minor organ. Piara license, not 2 years, and the government gave it back to you. Into about in the month of January, yeah? Contract license both April 4th. Into no way vet navy. And so on way and in one fast track one come no one come up in a concession. A giant Yakadobin mine. It's the Minerals Commission, the EP permit and subsequent in the piece of office. When Obama no EP permit. No, or try no I could prove which the Obama scan. It didn't work. But what is happening, Francis? No. Up to now, there's will be the man. So, a better for a number.
Yeah.
Also, you poor American, so the number you have to do.
No, and I want to always read from the report, at least. Now, Obiaya Client, and the name you mentioned, the name Francis Owusu Achao, or say on 21st March 2019, Francis Owusu-Acha was invited to the CID headquarters. He was extensively interviewed, after which he submitted a statement to the police. In his statement, he stated that his schoolmate at the University of Mines by name Nana Barnier, who is now domiciled in the US of A, called him on phone and phone number na ewaha to assist his brother by name Yao Ben, who is a small-scale miner, to regularize his mineral license at the IMCIM. According to him, he first met Yao Ben at the Holiday Inn, Accra, and after deliberations, Yao Ben offered him some money, but he declined. He further stated that even though he initially worked at the IMCIM at the preliminary stages, but had since left the office, and therefore had an idea about their operations, he thought his friend Andy Owusu was in a better position to help Yao Ben. He linked the two and asked Andy Owusu to assist Yao Ben. Effort to get in touch with the said Nana Barnier through the number provided, proved futile, as the number appeared not to exist. And that's what the police said under his name.
But for sure, why the Andy Owusu anye jumo hoda? Moba.
Yes.
And why do you find the Owusu the onyi panambra? Why the nala wamba? But up to now, you know so American also you go yen nipa baby ajipa kono. Nipa no obey also no so abade. Unyim no lopo we nsia boy no. Atem page obi.
And to see no, because this is a reporter, Yensa Akano, and apparently the report was released in April 2019. It's been over 2 years. Yeah. You've kept quiet on this report. And and that's what we asked our producers so Monfrel. Na any since our lawyers police CID hand over report to it mono and a moment motu found. What have you been doing?
Okay. Obi. I mean, man, first of all, look at the party. No, I've been knowing you them because I know too so. By there, state institutions need to special prosecutor no investigation. The mass making a minimum added that. From day one, I knew everything. Upia or cards and miss me Mubiara. Ediana again which I mean so almost everyone. Okay. But I didn't want to speak in the bone of radio station, Miss Winyabutel. Now vindication dwells in the womb of time. Because the moon made the special prosecutor and Maiden taking the wind out of his sail. In that no corner so atasa. Into now I don't mean tell my special prosecutor but actually no sooner and the young by German Casa. But special prosecutor say Obiakaji 20,000 Ghana cedis bribe. No, take 2 years. I know 4.5 million. FM. Yes. Human rights. Atasa. And the people want to wait the man and Jody, you want to put no actual answer. Your
response to the police, no, you made the point, say, Sikana na captured on video, no. Now chairman to me keeping a promise be to the Western Region NPP.
Exactly.
And apparently,
no, yeah.
Apparently, police from so invited Chairman Woon to me, and Chairman Woon to me, I must say, an invitation letter was sent to Bernard Enchibue Siakon, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, to assist in our investigation because his name had come up in the course of the investigations. On 25th March 2019, he reported at the CID headquarters. He was interviewed by a team of investigators, and after that, he gave a statement to the police.
Yeah.
He stated that even though he is the NPP chairman for Ashanti region, he liaises with other party executives in other regions and assists them financially and materially. He indicated that there was some party activity in the Western region, so he had a discussion with Charles Bissue, who is the Western Regional Secretary of the NPP, and promised to help them financially. That subsequent to their discussion, he gave money to his personal assistant, Andy Owusu, to be given to Charles Bissue in his office, Accra. somewhere in January 2019. However, he could not remember the exact date. Enquiries were extended to other regional NPP executives from Bono Ahafo region, Upper East region, and Volta region, who confirmed that Mr. Nchibo Esiako support the original party activities anytime he is approached for such support. Enti, Chairman Woon to me so account to the police, no, confirms the point you earlier made.
Yes, what about special prosecutor so?
What special prosecutor so?
Yeah, they've all been there. In 2019, everybody has been. Obiako, as I said, but on the Andy case, no, it's a case of Debia Obi, boy, you know, now from the Munko passport office. Na me nyanku janche no sikale akwa me pere so me be in saneke better because okay mo boss has from you take them opportunity na enko. That's what it was. Into Andy nanka sapo minjinzi do unyim there na boy na or set pochata sa minjinzi da Andy no nyim or chobe mu atasa into Francis o se chawo ono na o den introduce nipa no ma Andy but my point is Francis why you was a statement also you more. Into he works with a lot of the boys where your department why the one small uncle be out? He could have called them because if you want to way open to the public and the entry you find the ticket is office 1 year mining license in BBR publish why do you have to go through somebody? Because that's a ticket or passport and a visa it will rent the ministerial committee. Ada you publish it for mining license, but when you when you get it, the office is open. So why did Francis not put you more on procedures? No, why did they eventually they were disqualified or grabbing?
Yeah, I know, sir. Anka or
so
primaries, but eventually he was disqualified. Yeah, I know.
Yes. Because somebody wrote a petition pertaining to that, and he was disqualified. No, so the corruption thing was manufactured from within our own party. In Tisiano, what can the Galam say? You lose constituencies, ID, onye opino ye. Ubiara encourage corruption. Yes, even more Galam say Nkofuye, MPP and CPI. Mesa me mutro mu book na unkona wait room ya obesho obepri. But the party there say what could be lose why you lose up as a constituency that these are the people they have to look at. What's on when you know those are the people they have to look at because a human Obi say me ya nchamun your PhD or anamwa.
Yeah.
And I'm still pursuing the PhD. Until me pedo say I am PhD na ma PhD in how PhD in the UK of course I manju obiano you manju scholarship because
yeah but Mpocho, to be fair to Francis and Sono. The report doesn't state anywhere there he was the one behind the recording.
Mr. Someone can know about recording. Mr. Ono no di nipa na bay.
Ono de yaw ben no.
Na Francis Kanka say no you Abe Juma no ye. You I don't find out Abe Juma no ye. So say you carpenter you. Atasa.
Yeah.
I know the type of work he does. And he's into the mining as well. I remember telling you know where you do.
Into the is it the Yao Ben guy who did the recording pay information how we were?
Exactly, yes.
Yao Ben no your recording.
Some down is in Yao Ben, I don't know.
Okay.
Atasa.
Okay.
Into the whole thing now when this Francis is company all mining company Atasa. It turns out that company no address or Gavin with your guy in Francis
FM.
You get my point?
Yeah.
Baby or friends in here or grabbing one baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And see, yeah, now the substantive question was in the sense that time, yes, this report has been with you since 2019. You still go about your normal air trend special prosecutors we need
yes, and I'm there just to not to take the wind out of his field. But my point is that most human rights here.
Yeah.
But so one because say 2 years, let's say it's 2 years, 20,000. Now, yeah, investigate special prosecutor or no take 2 years, and on 4.5 million. Then overtake him as
yeah.
Because I'm a kind of a Krubeno Airbus case, also President Mahaman work elections and I'm over. Until known to there's an issue of identity. One an identity, and when you put an identity or them into Muchanana.
Into on a party as your regional secretary.
Exactly.
Within your party, because your suspicion is that this is something cooked from within to tarnish our image.
I am suspicious. Oh, be minimum.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, I've sat on this for 2 years. So if I say me a big anche, I'll apologize to Ghanaians, and then Mama me po and Chabon them. Unya Mokwaka Kanukar, but meaning the Minjay, until Namis Minabutan.
Not me boost identity within the party, no, like a petition party for IABB within the party.
My petition.
Oh, okay. Their party in Penny Funshim.
Yes.
Now when you're then one clear one, now when you're then
a party, no, I'm paying for Castle.
Okay.
But based on this, about the major petition party, because I didn't want to talk about it now.
Okay.
For charter,
Okay.
Second petition, I mean, throw there, another, all I did was orally, no, BBC, no, my friend paying there, okay, they know condominium, then you pay, others are, you pay for Casa. Missy, there was even an assassination brought outcome, Uncle from Ghana, which was intercepted again by me. Others are, I'm paying for him, the something in Ara.
But Sisian, you do an official petition to the party.
Exactly.
To do what? The party for 1 year then?
Oh, sir. What you should say, I can't offer the word is disqualified.
Okay.
Petition was disqualified. She said, I know your elections, man, Casa, me upon Pierre. If a day, worship. If you're in a party, I'll send your party because you're because I've sworn oath to protect the image of the party. So, I would not have a benefit so they will support her, but because it's not about me alone. Into 2 years, me 18,
yeah.
Was Ghana put here MPP. It's a Ghana put here MPP. No, no, but Ebisa, mistake me and Debiam, Mancas and Tamayan, because I Ebianche, mining constituencies, maybe a CVB because I'm comfortable to them. Because we are with all corruption and the Bishop Committee, I just give into did you know, man, 1 hour, you so, I'm saying for another small scale man is over food. But just so now time I just didn't want to talk.
Into a special prosecutor alcohol just once and
yes, I went there and then later on my lawyer show on last year that what we do maybe I think but say
Charles, my fancy, BBNA, Ibedin Comobio.
Sure.
We wish you well. Charles Bissue and Moten can responding to the document we intercepted, the CID report on investigations into the alleged corrupt practices brought against some officials at the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Secretariat and others, and the report makes interesting reading. But from the police report, they almost say based on the evidence before them, the allegations against Charles Bissue was not true. Allegations say Oje bribed to circumvent the process for a mining company to get the license, and not no crap based on this police investigative report. And the Abasha, what the petition to the party, kind of the special prosecutors investigations, the findings are monso at the Ebaba will be serializing this particular report and the issues in there. Na monso mwetimi and who said the Nioma isi eko. Eko si saying suni a higher sempa 94.